Hi, my name is Sensi, and today we're going to be talking about gain staging. So, what is gain staging? In the simplest terms, it's controlling the input volume and output volume of your audio, whether it be through plugins, your DAW, analog gear, it doesn't matter. The concept's going to be the same regardless. So, let's break it down. Why is it important when you're working inside of a DAW? Well, let's take a look at the level meter right here. Let's expand it a little bit. When we play the loudest part of this audio, you can tell that it's not going to clip. It goes to negative 5.5 at maximum, as you can see right here. And that's fine. As long as it's not clipping, it's going to be okay, right? Well, if you have multiple tracks in your session, like let's say you have 15 vocals, 3 guitars, 500 drums, so on, in this demo, I have 3 copies of the same instrumental, but the concept's going to be the same. They're all not going to be clipping, as you can see. I'll click on the level meters. Again, they pop up to the same amount. They're not going to be clipping. However, when I put them together in a bus, even though individually the tracks are not clipping, you can see that big old orange meter right there. And we can even confirm it with the levels right here. It's maxing out. It's going real hard. So how do we fix this? Well, some mixers like to put a limiter on the end of their chain because, well, that's going to stop the clipping, right? Well, yes, but that's going to create a lot more problems. If you're mixing into a limiter, you're going to be destroying the dynamics. You're not going to have the best mix possible. And come time for mastering, it's going to be a huge nightmare. So, how do we set our levels? How do we make sure that when everything is played together, nothing is going to clip? Well, in the analog world, a good place to set it was 0 dB VU. And this was to ensure that it's not going to clip the next unit in the chain. So let's say you have a preamp into an EQ, into a compressor. As long as everything's gain staged correctly, nothing's going to clip or distort or what have you. The same concept is in a DAW. A VU meter basically just measures the average loudness of a signal. So it's a little bit different than a peak meter. It measures something called the RMS, which means root mean squared, but that's not important for today's video. So let's take a look at how the volume is on a VU meter for one instrumental. Yeah, instantly it's clipping, all the lights are going off, the VU meter's going mad, it's slamming against the highest value it can be. It's not looking great. So we're going to adjust something called the clip gain. And the clip gain is the volume before any of the plugins. So before any of these plugins hit, you can adjust the volume here. Specifically in Studio One, you can just grab the center block and move it up and down. I'll be showing different ways to adjust clip gain in different DAWs now. So in Reaper, to gain stage, you want to go to your envelope tab and enable volume pre-effects. And that should bring up this window where you can drag up and down. So in Adobe Audition, you can go down to the envelopes tab right here. Go to show envelopes, volume, rack input, and then select rack input from here. And then you'll be able to control it via the automation lane right here. In Pro Tools, it is the waveform view, and then you can just adjust the clip gain from over here. As you can see, bringing it down, bringing it up. So now that we've figured out how to do it in different DAWs, let's figure out where to set it at. So 0 is the ideal range, so we're going to put it to the highest peak in the audio. Yep, let's bring it down quite a bit. Let's bring it down even more. And the highest part goes to about 0. So that's the perfect gain staging. And I'm going to quickly do that for the rest of the tracks. Okay, all of the tracks are gain staged correctly. And if we check the VU meters, they're all going to be around the same, hitting around 0. So let's see what the bus looks like again, after everything is gain staged correctly. It's not peaking. And even at the loudest part, or all three are the same and it's going to be amplified the most, it's still not going to be clipping. So hopefully this helps. Before you start every mix, you should start by gain staging everything. If you don't have a VU meter built into your DAW, or you're not able to control it to -18 RMS, then I suggest the Stereo Channel VU meter by Sleepy Time Records. It's a fantastic VU meter that I've loved using. It has all of the features, Nomi level and whatnot. I think the default is set to 18, but you can change it to any custom value you want. Typically, I'll just leave it at 18. That's my preferred levels. And that should be it. Once again, if you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment or message me on Discord. If you have any ideas on what else to cover, feel free to let me know in the same way. Thank you for watching.